Okay, so get this. Someone sent us this House Kanizsay Guidebook 2025.
Hmm.
And at first glance, it looks like, just
Yeah.
another vacation rental guidebook.
Uh-huh.
But when we started digging in,
Right.
we realized this thing is so much more. It's like they've really thought about every little detail
Yeah, you can
to
see.
make your stay special. And that's what we're going to unpack today.
Okay.
So whether you're thinking about booking a stay there or just fascinated by how these kinds of experiences are designed,
Right.
stick with us because this is going to be good.
Sounds fun. What kind of stuff is in there? Like, what makes it so different?
Well, we're talking everything from, the big basic stuff, like amenities and house rules,
Okay.
but they also get into these really specific local recommendations.
Oh, wow.
And they even highlight all these unique, cultural touches that they've incorporated into the house.
Interesting. So, like, what's the overall vibe? What are they going for?
Honestly, it seems like they really want you to not just have a vacation, but truly connect with the place, the culture. It's about creating memories.
I see.
So our goal today is to go through this whole guidebook, pull out the most interesting bits,
Okay.
and hopefully get you feeling excited about maybe experiencing it yourself one day.
I'm ready.
All right, let's jump in. So first up, let's talk about house rules. Usually the most boring part,
Yeah.
but even here there are some interesting things going on.
Ooh, like what?
Right off the bat, you can tell they're big on respect and communication.
Okay.
They want you to treat the house like it's your own, which is fair enough,
Makes sense.
but they also stress reporting any damage immediately.
Hmm.
And they even mention that if something serious happens,
Yeah.
you might actually have to pay for it.
Oh, wow. So they're serious about it.
Yeah, it seems like they're really trying to prevent problems
Yeah, I get it.
rather than dealing with them after they happen.
Smart.
Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. Smoking.
Oh, here we go.
So no smoking inside? That's pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere.
But then they say vaping is allowed,
Oh, really?
but only in the wine cellar
The wine cellar.
and with the door closed.
Hmm. Interesting. Why do you think they do that?
I don't know. It's like they're trying to accommodate everyone,
Yeah.
but also keep the main house smelling fresh.
Makes sense. It's like a compromise.
Exactly. And if you do want to smoke regular cigarettes,
Yeah.
they have designated outdoor areas, like the terrace.
Okay, so they've thought of everything.
They really have. Now let's move on to the common areas. The terrace, the garden, the pool.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
They want you to enjoy these spaces,
Good.
but there's this gentle reminder to tidy up after yourself.
Right.
And if you move any furniture, to put it back where it belongs.
Yeah, basic courtesy.
Exactly.
Huh,
It's all about keeping it nice for everyone.
sharing the space.
Now, parties. This is an interesting one.
Okay, let's hear it.
They don't allow big, crazy parties,
Probably good for the neighbors.
which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But get this, they actually encourage small, intimate gatherings.
Oh, that's nice.
And they even suggest having them in the wine cellar.
Really? The wine cellar again. It must be pretty cozy down there.
It sounds like it. And they have quiet hours from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m., just to respect the neighbors.
So you can still have a good time, but within reason.
Exactly. And last but not least, pets.
Ah, the furry friends.
So they don't explicitly say pets are allowed,
Okay.
but they do have guidelines about them, so it seems like it might be possible.
Interesting. What do they say?
Constant supervision, cleaning up after your pet, and this is important, being aware that the property isn't fenced.
Oh, so they're putting the responsibility on the owner.
Yeah, they're making it very clear that you need to be extra careful because your pet could wander off.
That's fair. It's important to keep pets safe, especially in a new environment.
Absolutely. Okay, let's move on to something a bit more serious, safety and emergency information. And thankfully, they're super thorough on this front.
Good. That's always reassuring. What kind of stuff do they cover?
Well, they've got smoke detectors, CO2 detectors, fire extinguishers, a first aid kit, emergency lights, all the essentials.
Sounds like they've covered all the bases.
And they even have a map near the main entrance showing you where everything is.
Wow, that's organized, so you don't have to go hunting around in an emergency.
Exactly. And then there are these caution signs near areas like the pool, sauna, and grill, even for the smart home stuff.
Makes sense. Those can be tricky.
Yeah, they want you to be extra careful. But the cool thing is, once you've read them, you can just put them away in the pantry.
So they're there when you need them, but not cluttering the place up.
Right. Now, the crucial stuff, emergency numbers. They've got all the local numbers listed. Police, ambulance, fire department.
Good to have those handy.
And, of course, the property manager's contact info. Julija Kanizsay, her phone number and email address are right there.
So you know who to call if something comes up.
Exactly. And they even go a step further and provide numbers for other things you might need, like a local taxi service, the nearest pharmacy, even a veterinarian.
Wow, they've really thought of everything.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And they don't just give you names, they give you actual phone numbers and even an app link for the taxi.
So you can get help quickly and easily. That's impressive.
And for the emergency equipment, they tell you exactly where everything is. Fire extinguishers in the pantry, wine cellar and garage, emergency lights at the front door and in the wine cellar, and first aid kits in the pantry and kitchen.
So there's no wasted time searching in a panic. That's really important.
Absolutely. They even cover things like storm or power outages. Emergency flashlights and candles are in the pantry, and they even tell you where the main electricity switch is.
Smart. It's better to be prepared for those unexpected situations.
Exactly. And if there's a medical emergency, they provide the address and estimated travel time to the nearest hospital.
So you have all the information you need in case of a serious situation.
Seriously, when it comes to safety, they haven't missed a beat. It makes you feel so much more secure knowing they've thought of all these things.
Yeah, absolutely. You can really tell they're prioritizing guest well-being.
Now, let's move on to the fun stuff. Amenities and technology.
Ah, yes, this is where it gets exciting. What have they got?
Well, first of all, the wine cellar.
Ooh, a wine cellar. Tell me more.
It sounds incredible. They have this amazing collection of local Croatian wines
Local wines, that's awesome.
from all these different regions. Istria, Dalmatia, Medimurje, Hrvatska Zagorje.
So you can really get a taste of the region.
Exactly. And they even give you pairing suggestions, which is great if you're not a wine expert.
That's a nice touch so you don't feel intimidated.
They also have a tip jar for if you particularly enjoy a bottle, and a checklist to help them keep track of what needs restocking.
Smart. So you can contribute if you find something really special.
And they've got all the accessories you need, glasses, decanters, corkscrews.
So you can have a proper wine tasting experience.
And they even have some brandies and liqueurs from a local distillery called Aura Distillery.
Oh, that's cool, supporting local businesses.
And they give you a link to their website if you want to learn more.
Wow, they've really thought of everything. So what about the rest of the house? What's the vibe like?
Well, in terms of comfort, they've got you covered. The wine cellar actually has a built-in electric fireplace.
Ooh, cozy.
But they do remind you to turn it off when you leave and keep the area clear for safety.
Of course, safety first.
They also have a special wine fridge to keep those bottles at the perfect temperature.
Makes sense. You wouldn't want to ruin a good wine.
For the rest of the house, there's central heating, but they also have this charming wood-burning stove.
Oh, that's nice. A bit of rustic charm.
But they do give you detailed safety instructions for using tools, not overloading it, keeping the door closed, not leaving it unattended, letting it cool before touching.
Yeah, wood stoves can be a bit dangerous if you're not careful.
Right. And for warmer days, each room has its own air conditioning unit.
So you can customize the temperature to your liking.
And now for relaxation, they've got a sauna and a whirlpool.
Ooh, spa time.
They have a quick guide for the sauna with important safety information.
Always good to read those before using something new.
And the whirlpool has adjustable jets and even lighting therapy.
Sounds fancy.
But again, they stress adult supervision for children.
Yeah, safety should always come first, especially with water.
And from April 15th to September 15th, they have a heated, chlorine-free swimming pool.
Oh, nice. Chlorine-free is great for sensitive skin.
They have a pool robot that cleans it regularly, but they also give you cleaning supplies if you want to do it yourself.
So you have the option to maintain it if you want to.
And again, adult supervision for children and caution around the pool area are emphasized.
Definitely important to keep everyone safe.
Now let's head to the kitchen.
My favorite.
They've got an outdoor wood charcoal grill, perfect for barbecues.
Ooh, grilling season.
But again, lots of safety instructions, keeping flammable materials away, making sure it's properly extinguished, using heat-resistant gloves and tools, keeping kids and pets away, never leaving it unattended.
Yeah, you don't want any accidents happening?
Inside, the kitchen is super modern and fully equipped.
What kind of appliances do they have?
They've got everything: refrigerator, induction cooktop, oven, microwave, dishwasher, toaster, even an espresso machine, and a French press.
Wow, they really have everything.
And they provide an initial supply of Nespresso capsules.
Nice touch.
And they have all the cookware, utensils, and tableware you can need.
So you don't have to worry about packing anything extra.
But here's the coolest part. They have their own greenhouse.
A greenhouse. That's amazing.
with fresh herbs and spices.
So you can just pick fresh ingredients for your meals.
I know, it's so cool. They do mention that availability depends on the season, which is fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, let's talk technology.
Okay, let's get digital.
They've got a smart home system that you control through an iPad on the kitchen wall.
Oh, fancy.
You can control the heating, AC, lighting, the vents on the pergola, the garage doors, even the pool settings.
So you can really personalize your environment.
And, of course, they have Wi-Fi throughout the whole property, even in the wine cellar.
Essential these days.
The password is given on arrival, or you can find it on the kitchen desk.
Easy peasy.
They also have a JBL Bluetooth speaker system, one in the living room, and portable ones, too.
So you can take your music with you wherever you go.
Exactly. And they have a TV with cable and streaming apps,
Standard.
but they let you log into your own accounts, and they make sure you're logged out after your stay for privacy.
That's good to know.
And for the old school folks, they have a record player and a collection of vinyl records.
Oh, that's a nice touch. A bit of nostalgia.
They do ask that you handle the records carefully.
Of course, you gotta respect the classics.
For security, they have a video doorbell with cameras at the entrances, and you can see the live feed on the iPad.
So you can keep an eye on things.
And they have a modern weather station that you can access online.
Wow, they've really thought of everything. Tech savvy and secure.
Now, if you're into fitness, they have a fully equipped gym.
Nice. So you don't have to miss your workouts.
They do advise caution when using the equipment and say it's regularly checked.
Important to stay safe.
And for a more relaxing activity, they have a small library with books and magazines.
Oh, that sounds lovely. A bit of quiet time.
They even have a copy of Decanter magazine for the wine lovers.
Perfect for some reading in the wine cellar.
And they provide e-bicycles and e-scooters so you can explore the area.
Oh, fun. A great way to get around and see the sights.
Helmets and locks are provided in the garage, along with chargers and pumps.
So everything you need for a safe and enjoyable ride.
They just ask that you return everything in good condition and follow the quick start guide.
Makes sense. Gotta take care of the equipment.
And they have a bunch of games, badminton, ball games, monopolies, playing cards.
Something for everyone.
It's a polite request to keep them in good condition and report any problems.
Standard procedure.
Outside, they have this amazing bioclimatic pergola.
What's that?
It's like this high-tech outdoor structure with adjustable glass panels that you can use to control the sunlight and airflow.
Oh, that's cool. So you can adjust it depending on the weather.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're very serious about caution when operating it and say children are absolutely not allowed to touch it.
Understandable. You wouldn't want anyone getting hurt.
Now, let's talk about some of the practical conveniences they offer.
The little things that make a big difference.
They provide a hairdryer in the bathroom,
Helpful.
high-quality linens and towels, which can be refreshed upon request,
Always nice to have fresh towels.
free private parking,
Convenient.
laundry facilities in the garage with a washing machine, ironing equipment, and detergent,
So you can do laundry if you need to.
a vacuum cleaner in the
With
pantry,
those quick cleanups.
electric shutters on the windows with remote controls, but a reminder to be careful when the windows are open.
Makes sense. You wouldn't want to break anything.
Universal gadget chargers in all rooms and adapters in the pantry.
So you can charge all your devices.
Integrated mosquito nets on the windows and terrace door.
Keeps those pesky bugs out.
An electric car charging station next to the garage doors.
For the eco-conscious travelers.
They assure you the tap water is safe to drink.
Good to know.
A smart door lock with a unique access code.
Secure and convenient.
And the garage door can be operated by remote or through the iPad app, but they remind you to make sure it's fully closed.
Important for safety and security.
Seriously, they've thought of everything.
They really have. It's impressive how much attention to detail they've put into making the stay comfortable and convenient.
Now let's talk about waste and recycling.
An important topic these days.
They have a composting system with a dedicated bin in the garden for plant-based waste only.
Good for the environment.
They even give examples of what not to put in there, like meat, dairy, and oily foods.
So you know exactly what goes where.
And they provide compostable liners in the kitchen.
Nice touch.
They have separate bins for different types of waste, yellow for plastic and packaging, blue for paper and cardboard, black for general waste, orange for returnable bottles, and brown for biodegradable waste.
Wow, that's organized.
They even ask you to rinse the plastic containers and keep the paper clean and dry.
So everything is properly recycled.
And they have a special bin for returnable bottles with deposit labels.
So you can get your money back.
They also explain about their biorotor sewage system and say only toilet paper can be flushed.
Oh, interesting. So it's a specific type of system.
And for special waste like glass, metal, and hazardous materials, there's a designated area in the garage.
So everything is disposed of properly.
They've really made it easy to be environmentally responsible.
Yeah, you can tell they're committed to sustainability.
Now for checkout, they have some simple instructions.
Okay, what are they?
They ask you to gather used towels in the laundry basket in the gym and leave the beds unmade.
Makes sense. Easier for the cleaning staff.
They also ask you to clear out perishable food from the fridge, but non-perishables can be left behind.
Good to know.
And they encourage you to share feedback via email, favorite wine, local discoveries, any suggestions.
So they can continue to improve the experience.
And if you enjoyed your stay, they'd appreciate a Google review.
Always helpful for businesses.
They also have some seasonal tips to help you plan your trip.
Oh, that's smart. What kind of things do they suggest?
For summer, they recommend staying hydrated, using the pool, taking mosquito precautions, exploring early or late to avoid the heat, and being sun smart.
Good advice for the Croatian summer.
For autumn, they suggest enjoying the fireplace, visiting harvest markets, going hiking, and packing warm layers.
Sounds lovely.
For winter, they recommend using the heating and wood stove, enjoying the sauna and whirlpool, visiting the Christmas markets, enjoying hot beverages, and playing board games or listening to vinyl records.
Cozy winter vibes.
And for spring, they suggest checking out the greenhouse, going biking or hiking, visiting cultural attractions, using the grill and pergola, and bringing light layers of clothing.
So they've got you covered no matter what time of year you visit.
Now, for local attractions and recommendations, they've got a great list.
Let's hear it.
For food, they recommend several restaurants.
Okay, give me the rundown.
First, there's Urine Show, just 50 meters away, specializing in traditional Croatian food like pika, wild game, and steaks.
That's delicious.
They also have their own house wines and brandies.
Nice.
Then there's Restaurant Bernarda, a bit further away, focusing on traditional ingredients and unique techniques.
A bit more upscale.
Also, Pizzeria Bernarda, known for its pasta, burgers, and pizzas made with thermal water dough.
Oh, interesting.
Then there's Villa Toplica with traditional cuisine, an extensive wine selection, and a view overlooking Varaždinska Toplice.
Sounds fancy.
And finally, Zlatni Gorish in a vineyard setting, serving local dishes with fresh regional ingredients.
So many great options to choose from.
And they note that you can find more details and directions on Google.
Convenient.
For history and culture, they recommend several places.
What are they?
First, the Roman archaeological park, Kanizsay, with thermal springs and ancient architecture.
A step back in time.
Then there's Varaždin Castle, a medieval fortress.
A classic.
Varaždin Cemetery, known for its beautiful park-like setting.
A bit different.
And Croatian Lake and Castle, a well-preserved fortress with lake views.
Sounds picturesque.
And again, more details can be found on Google.
Perfect.
For health and wellness, they mentioned two places.
Oh, yeah.
Minerva Medical Rehabilitation Hospital, known for its rehabilitation services, and Thermal Springs.
Good to know if you need any medical attention.
And Cerebellum Clinic, offering various medical services and personalized health care.
So they've got you covered on that front, too.
And they also mention the cycling routes and hiking trails in the surrounding countryside and forests.
So you can get some exercise and enjoy the natural beauty.
Now, the special notes section is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, tell me more.
They mention a local custom of spending Sunday mornings at cafes.
Oh, that's charming.
And they encourage you to let them know if your stay coincides with any local holidays or festivals.
So you can experience the local culture.
But the best part is the section on unique items in the house.
Oh, this sounds interesting.
They have all these decorative items that actually tell stories about Croatia.
Really? Like what?
Well, first there's the Vucci doll dove, a replica of an ancient artifact symbolizing peace, fertility, and spirituality.
Wow, going way back.
Then there's Lepoglava lace, a UNESCO-recognized handicraft known for its intricate designs.
Beautiful.
They also have a traditional wooden toy from Hrvatsko Zagorje, another UNESCO-recognized item.
Keeping the traditions alive.
And then there's the Lisatar heart, a colorful gingerbread cookie that's a symbol of love and friendship.
Sweet.
They have a stone vase made from the famous white limestone of Brosh Island.
Oh, cool.
And a miniature replica of an Istrian kashun, a traditional dry stone hut.
Interesting.
A bowl made from an ancient olive tree.
Wow.
And a ceramic jug with a grapevine motif.
Very fitting for a house with a wine cellar.
They also sprinkle in fun facts throughout the guidebook, like mentioning the AI-generated wall paintings and the fact they have their own Monopoly game.
Oh, that's fun.
It really makes the house feel special and unique.
It sounds like they've put a lot of thought into every detail, from the practical to the cultural.
It really is more than just a rental property. It's an experience.
Absolutely. They're not just providing a place to stay, they're curating a whole experience.
It makes you think about what makes a perfect getaway.
Yeah, what is it about a place that makes it truly special?
Is it the luxury, the technology, the connection to the local culture?
Maybe it's a combination of all those things.
This guidebook has definitely given me some new ideas about what to look for in my next vacation.
Me too. It's inspired me to think about how I can create more meaningful experiences when I travel.
What about you? What kind of things do you value most when you're looking for